hello Dupus to your timely raid is I was literally just about to start. So everybody, hi. We do in fact got Soriku in here. In fact, that's mostly what we have. It's like 85%. I'll leave a good 15% to everything else at least. But like, that's mostly what I ever stream anyway. The other 10% is like
We are
food, and then the
so
last 5% is at all. It's just miscellaneous. I love ditching Craven for Niku stream, and you should tell him you're doing it. You should tell him that. Tennille cackled. You couldn't hear it, but I promise Tennille cackled. New food guide pyramid just dropped. Yeah, exactly. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pop over so then you can hear us both. Um, Here we are. This time, Tennille
Woohoo!
from the start isn't like 4 pixels, which
Look
is
at
very
me.
exciting. Look at that. Look at Tennille looks great. Hello, hello.
I forgot to pull up the tune that.
Oh yes, I have the tunes. And it's starting at gearing up. Love that.
Woohoo!
So this VOD can also be Swiss cheese because Twitch hates Kingdom Hearts music, I guess.
Yeah. Can't win.
You just can't win, but the VOD on YouTube will be fine.
Yeah.
Happy second day of Sarikumas. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yippee! Tell him you're leaving and tell him it's because of Vexiku. Sariku's #1 fan. I love Soriku. Tell me more.
By the way,
yeah.
to get this stream started off right,
yeah.
I overheard, because after I left, I turned the stream back on for a little bit before I went to bed, and I came in, and you were having a very passionate conversation about burgers.
Yes, I was.
And I gotta say,
and I was right.
You're correct. A burger is a ground patty.
It is. Listen, for those who don't know, real quick, just the quickest of contexts, there was, and this is a while ago when I was seeing this, that there was conversation of like, what do you call this? And it's basically, a chicken sandwich, one that you would get at like a fast food place or whatever, big hunk of fried chicken, typically on what one may perceive as like a burger bun, and I get it. So some people elsewhere in the world call it a chicken burger. And they're wrong. It's okay. Look,
so wait, are they talking about like a chicken breast being on a sandwich?
Like a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah, no, that's not a burger.
That's not a burger.
That's not a burger,
if you will.
I've had a chicken burger. It's a chicken patty.
Yes. That's what I was also explaining was like, okay, we call it a burger. We call it a burger because it is ground up hamburger. Like, it's dependent on, like, it's hamburger. It's the meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, if anything, is like, if it's a turkey burger, it's ground up turkey made to be a patty. If it's a veggie burger, it is veggie made to be a patty. It's emulating the ground beef patty. That's what makes it a burger.
Mm-hmm.
Though I understand how one looks at a sandwich that's like got the buns and everything, and you're like, well, it's a burger. And you're like, no, it's not. The burger is made by having hamburg in it, the ground meat.
Yeah.
And then I was getting on about it because it was like, I forget who it was who was in the chat was just like, yeah, over here in the UK, we just call that like a chicken burger.
The UK doesn't get to make the rules.
I know. The UK does not get to say anything in general, but also if there is one thing that the United States of America can say what it is,
it's a burger.
Burger. It's a goddamn burger, okay? So it's not a chicken burger. I get it. I do understand how we got there. but that's not a chicken burger.
No.
I also had to say that like all burgers are sandwiches.
Yes.
Not all sandwiches are burgers.
Yeah. And don't get into the whole hot dog thing. I don't care.
I know. It's in Wigan. That's as good as gravy. Smack barn pee wet. And as a UK citizen, we give wild ass names to basically anything, so we get to be void. You know what I found out, and this may be news to you. I found this out, and this is hilarious. Okay, I found out from my good friend who said this to me, being like, "I'm sure you know what this is. Like, I'm sure you guys have it too, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But we call it the Mexican wave, and I was like, what are you fucking talking about, right?
The what?
It's just like, oh, the Mexican wave. Now, give me a second. And I was like, huh? The huh? Because it was like, oh, the Mexican wave, but like, example was like somebody being like, it's the Mexican hug. And I'm like, what is a Mexican wave? Do you want to elaborate?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, and then it was like... As this was being explained, it was like, well, I know you guys do it too, right? Where it's like, you know, so one person stands up and they raise their arms and then the next person does it, you know, and it goes down the line. And I'm like...
You just mean a wave?
That's exactly what I said! I was like, you mean the wave? And there was this moment of like, oh my god, I've done a microaggression. I'm just like, oh my god, no, I didn't... That makes so much more sense. You know, it was just like something that we knew. What the fuck? How is that? Okay, and listen, this whole time I was bringing... Wait, this is exactly like when I told Kat about Chinese whispers and was presented with a what is a Chinese whisper?
What are you guys talking about?
You say that as if I know what the fuck you're saying. So basically, I said this, what is hilarious, by the way, which like we had all guessed when I was explaining this to other people. We were all like, I can almost bet you 100% that it was like the UK, England specifically, was like they saw somebody do like the wave at like a soccer game, right? Like a football game, and it was probably Mexico, and they were like, what a quaint little tradition, the Mexican wave that the Mexicans do. And then that was genuinely the reason. I am not fucking joking. It was like, the England was like, what's that funny little thing they're doing over there? Isn't that nice? You know? And then they were all like, it's just what the Mexicans do. And you're like, you mean the fucking wave that we all... I know your ass has seen it since from other people. Literally for telephone? Oh, I see. You don't know Chinese whisper. It's just telephone.
Wait, you mean like when people are in a circle and do like...
Yeah, a game of telephone where you like you say something and then they pass it down.
What?
I mean, it's called telephone.
Why are we adding ethnicities to these things?
I know, that's the thing, where it's just like, I love this, like, as if you're like, you don't know Chinese whisper, and I'm like, yeah, I think we have a better name for it by way of simply not being
weird about it.
Racist for some reason. And I'm not saying we don't have stuff like that, because, like, you know, it's everywhere, but, like, it's something that it's just so, like, you guys, it's 2025, you're out here being like, oh, the Mexican wave, and I'm like, I like how you know it's a wave, and, like, still keep the, like, Mexican part of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're like, it's, of course, you know? We do, okay, no. French fries, listen to me, Haven, French fries are called French fries because it is a French cut.
Yeah, because you're French cutting the fries. A French cut is when it's...
Which is a style of cut. That's not because of the, we're not like, the French make these wonderful things called French fries.
We could.
The Chinese finger traps, I don't have a reason for that one. I don't
know that
why
one's
probably not great.
Yeah. We could call them julienne fries. That also works because I think julienne and Frenching is like the same kind of cut.
Yeah,
I think
because it's usually like it's a French technique, right? But also French fries. I think it's because we like the alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know why we call it French toast.
I don't know why we call it French toast.
Because the French do not make French toast. From what I
I
know,
I have to
that
wonder.
is not a French cuisine.
I
That
have
is
to
a
wonder
very
if it's like,
American
because
thing.
sometimes, like, there's always, there are always examples of somebody like experiencing food elsewhere and then trying to recreate it when they get home.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of, like, I was bringing up, for example, there's a lot of, stuff in Japan that they're like, this is American food. And it's like, we don't eat that here, but it's still really good. It's just something where it's like, I had this and I tried to recreate it over here with what I had. And then you get like Japanese American food, you get Chinese American food, you get stuff
Yeah.
like that where it's just like people recreating stuff either from like they went there or they brought it with them. It's something that's like, it's interesting. The French have done a good enough job of oppressing the French, honestly. Yes, they do.
Ugh.
It's called lost bread in French. Oh, interesting. French
But
toast is French.
But isn't that made differently though?
Well, that's where I think the like translating it part came into play.
Because if you're making it differently, then you're not making French toast. Like,
Well,
you're making
that's why I'm saying,
something
like,
else.
well, now we're making what we know as French toast. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Sphinx cats are also not from Egypt. Are you talking about hairless cats?
Yeah.
Just looked up American food in Japan. I want some. The Chinese crested, which is probably from Africa or Mexico. The singer formerly known as French toast. French Canadians want to be oppressed so bad. That's so funny. There's a pizza where the crust is made up of pigs in a blanket.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
I'd be down for that. You know that stuffed crust pizza came.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know where it came from. Go ahead.
I'm sure you do. But the history of like milk and dairy products in the US is very interesting. In a only recent amount of time did we start adding like milk and cheese to everything. And it was basically because the government was subsidizing the dairy industry.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that more companies were then encouraged by the government to use dairy products in order for dairy farmers to not go out of business.
Yeah, they were like, please just try to find a way to put cheese in. Just find some way. So there was like this huge explosion of like, double fuck cheese, extravaganza, whatever food. And like genuinely cheese stuffed crust in pizza was because the government was like, please just find some way to use this.
Yeah.
We
have
to happen.
So much surplus milk, it's going to cause a problem if we don't use it.
We don't have cheese mountains, we have cheese caves. And that's because the cheese, one, can be aged that way, but also so much surplus cheese just gets stored in the cave. And that's not everywhere. That's like a couple specific places, but it is really funny to think about. I'm sorry, a cave? Yeah, what? That's somehow stranger than a mountain? You're like, oh, the cheese mountain or whatever. And I'm like, what if it was just a hole in the mountain? And you're like, a hole? Anyway, yes, double fuck cheese boofers were a government invention. I'm having an identity crisis. That's why the got milk ads exist. I'm not. Who do you think is fucking paying for those?
Got milk? Athletes aren't fucking drinking milk. They're there to sell you milk. Sell milk. So that's why we started putting milk in all school cafeterias and took out other drinks.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Anyway, that's been our good... I fell for the propaganda. We all did. It was literally just like, go drink milk. It's good for you. And it's like, milk does have its benefits. It's not like it's a bad thing, but like, over-drinking milk has its own consequences. Yeah.
But it's not, like, oh, wow, if you don't drink milk as a child, you're gonna grow up with broken bones.
Yeah, your bones are gonna snap on impact, Yeah, I was told if I didn't get milk, I would get osteoporosis and die. The thing is, like, milk and, like, the hormones in it can, like, really mess with you if you drink a lot of it. Like, they're like, drink a glass of milk a day. Like, they're really just kind of like taking a shot in the dark, being like, that should be good for people, right? And like,
it probably won't be bad, and we'll get rid of all this milk.
Just milk, right? Yeah, and it's, you know, it's not always great for you. Some people are fine, others are lactose intolerant, and sometimes it just like treats you weird. So, you know, milk is okay. It just does not need to be drunk excessively as it was encouraged to be. So,
Like most things you ingest, it is a food. You should eat it if you want it.
but also, you know,
Don't be weird about it.
Yeah.
Try your best not to be weird about it.
I love me some Oreos with milk. Who fucking doesn't?
I'm actually, like, I'm not, like, against it, but I'm gonna say, like, The Oreos don't soak up enough milk to make it worth it.
You're just not holding it in there long enough. No. You're doing it wrong, that's all.
It's your fault.
Have you tried my technique of sticking my whole fucking fingers in my glass of milk?
That brings up another problem, though.
It's my milk.
the problem with dipping cookies in milk is that the milk has to be, like, really cold so that you can, like, dip a cookie in milk and it's not gonna, like, bring the temperature of the milk up at all. Because milk has to be cold. Old.
I will say US ice cream looks delicious. Well, it is. So, so jot that down. If that's one thing we have a handle on, it's the dairy industry.
Yeah, especially if you can go to, like, a Cold Stone Creamery. Good stuff.
Dude, Tillamook ice cream?
Ooh, yeah.
It's so fucking good. Our milkshakes are the best, though. That's also true.
Oh, dude.
Milk is best for you guys. Dude, I am a whole milk bitch. I love the wholest of whole milk. I ain't fucking with that. I don't care. I want the milk, baby. I want the whole package. Tillamook fucks. Honor. Yeah, exactly. This is fucking, that's my creamery. I love you, Tillamook. I've been there physically, and I got their ice cream fucking fresh, and it was so good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, baby.
I used to work at a Nestle Toll House cafe. One,
Oh, okay.
Nestle, not a great company. Two,
No, Nestle is a terrible company.
Two,
As most companies are, but anyway.
we served ice cream, and I could make my own mixture of, like, milkshakes, and I would encourage other customers to give me a mixture of ice creams to make their milkshake. Boy, howdy.
Yeah. You really fuck it up.
Not the same sense. When I could put, like, a mint chocolate chip and then, like a dark chocolate together and blend it up into a milkshake. Oh, so good. And then I could throw in, like, a fresh, warm, right out of the oven cookie. Are you kidding me?
Oh, God. Yeah, I can't fucking imagine how delicious that must be.
Are you kidding me? And then I top that shit with whipped cream and, like, drizzle some chocolate on it and it'll look all pretty in a cup. Damn.
Yep. Let's be real, though. A cookie that's, like, 5 minutes out of the oven is, like, the best a cookie can be.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it has to be just enough that you can, like, hold it. You know what I mean? You're like, I can hold and eat it without dying, but it has to be, like, fucking hot, and it's so fucking good.
I can hold it and eat it without dying, and yet at the same time, I've got to eat it kind of fast because, like, the middle is still
it's, like, kind of falling apart.
Yeah, the middle is still kind of. Oh, yeah.
That's the fucking good stuff, baby. Switch from 3.5% to oat, and now I kind of don't really like normal milk anymore. Look, I drink oat milk, actually. Like, we have oat milk in the house because my partner is lactose intolerant, and honestly, oat milk whips. It's great.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll still get, like, whole milk as, like, a treat sometimes. For just, like, what I really, God, when you really need, like, milk sometimes is the only thing it can be. You know, you can't, like, I'll be eating something chocolatey, and I'm like, fuck, wish I had some milk right now. So bad. Oh, what is that? My special little whole milk treat in the fridge? Dairy Queen ice cream is the best ice cream. No, that's sweet. That's not true, but it's sweet.
It hits the spot.
Not the worst. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Not really anything to write home about, but it's fine. My partner has a dairy allergy, and you'd be surprised by how much shit we put milk in over here in the US. All the time. Even like, so like my partner is lactose intolerant. I use that as an umbrella. They're definitely like, they have a milk allergy because they can't handle like whey and other stuff as well. Because if it's like a milk-based protein, so anything that's like, oh, it's like God, there was this time I was making them protein pancakes. It was like a nice little mix, and they were like, oh God, they taste so good. And every night they were in so much pain, and we couldn't figure out why until eventually, like the one of the mornings, like they went to look at the ingredients, and it was like milk protein, and they were like, oh my God. And as soon as they stopped eating it, no more night pain.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's something where it's like, you'd be like, in a lot of stuff that's like, because it's such an easy protein to get your hands on, just like whey protein. And so it's in most things that are like protein based, like a protein little bar or whatever probably has like milk protein in it.
Yeah.
But
well, because it's easy to like dehydrate and powder milk.
Yeah. Yes. It's true. Every time I hear, it's so associated.
I got the missing link, dearly beloved, right
nice. Now. I have the Dyson Shine, the music that plays for like the command boards that I so more immediately associate with beating a song in Melody of Memory. So I'm like, yes, of course, Melody of Memory.
Somebody asked what our favorite ice cream fast food place is.
Ice cream fast food.
Fast food, but you get ice cream there.
Yeah.
Maybe Culver's? That offers you quite a bit.
I will probably posit Burgerville. But also, you know what? It's not, I guess it's fast food, right? But like, honestly, the ice cream at fucking Costco, like from their little deli, is so good. It's so fucking good. Burgerville, Niku. Yeah. Yeah, no shit, Burgerville. But also, like, if I'm just thinking just ice cream, like, I have such a low tolerance for sweets that, like, it's hard for me to, like, finish desserts and stuff. But, like, there are some things where I'm like, I can eat all of this start to finish. And one of them is the strawberry shortcake ice cream sundae at Burgerville, which is seasonal, so it's only around during the summer. And then I guess it's kind of the same. It's like the strawberry sundae at fucking Costco. Because there's something, their ice cream fucks. It's so creamy and good. Like, just the ice cream, their vanilla ass ice cream is so good. But like, the Burgerville one has like shortbread in it, and like their ice cream is really good too. And it's also another local brand of ice cream. I think it's Umpqua ice cream, which is based in Oregon. So that one's pretty good. But I've never like gone out of my way for Umpqua ice cream.
If I had to go someplace like specifically because I want ice cream, I'd go to Cold Stone. But like, that's not really like a fast food place. It's an ice cream shop.
It's an ice cream place.
Yeah. Right.
I've never heard of Burgerville in my entire life. Most people haven't because it's a local chain here. To be totally fair, it's just something that's like, it's like Oregon specific, but more like Northern Oregon, and they have like a couple up into Washington. But like, if you're ever in the area, I definitely recommend it. So it's like just Oregon. I've never had Costco ice cream. I don't have a membership. One day, Pseudo. But I did have Pseudo try Burgerville when Pseudo was here, so.
I will also have to try it.
You will. You'll have to. I'm trying to think of like, because, God, their fall stuff is so good. But then they have the onion rings that are like this fucking big.
Oh, I love onion rings. I had onion rings for lunch.
Hell yeah. Well, remember because I told you about them, and then I went home, and I was like, oh, fuck, we're getting the onion rings, and I sent you a picture of
Yeah.
those giant, fat fucking rings.
Uh-huh.
I did try Burgerville. It was pretty good. Yeah, Pseudo did just get, like, the most basic burger and I think, like, a shake, and it was just like, it was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's, like, I feel like when I think I'm like, I just want, like, a standard burger, my go-to burger is usually, like, Wendy's. I just love, like, there's something about, like, the way it coheses in kind of a greasy mess that I'm like, oh, baby.
Yeah. I do also
but,
like a steak and shake every once in a while.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I've
Especially when they were doing, like, the fusions. I really liked getting, like, a chocolate and banana or, like, strawberry and banana.
I worked at a Wendy's, so I ate too many of their burgers. I remember you saying that, because when you had Burgerville, you were like, the patty is good. It reminds me of, like, it reminds me of Wendy's, but in the way that it's like, this is a good little beef patty, but...
The good parts about it, yeah.
Yeah. Burgerville got rid of the...
Speaking of ice cream, I do love ice cream. And I've got a Ben & Jerry's upstairs. And I think it's funny that when I heard Stephen Colbert is no longer going to be on the air, I went, but my Americone dream.
Yeah, but the Stephen Colbert ice cream. Also, hold on.
But what about my ice cream?
Here being like, they took away the burger from Burgerville, and I'm like, where are you? Excuse me, now hold on.
Whoa, pause.
Another one of my neighbors has shown up in my chat. Hi, hello. You know what I'm sad that they took away? The fucking lettuce at Burgerville. They like... Wait, what? Neighbor? I mean, if you're eating Burgerville, we're somewhere in the same area. I live in Oregon. Like...
Yeah.
So, neighbor... But no, they changed the lettuce because they're like, we're gonna try and get like a different... They had these big pieces of lettuce that I really liked, and then they changed it recently, and they were like, it's like a type of iceberg, so it's supposed to be crunchier. And I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. And then it's like too chopped up, so it's like this pieces are small. They get wilty too fast. They kind of fall on my burger. I complained to them twice. I was saying this yesterday. I was like, I got to have one of their test burgers. And then I left a review, and in the review, I was like, I don't like the lettuce. And then I got an email confirming, thank you for, giving us feedback. If you have anything to say, feel free to reply to this email. And in my reply, I was like, I don't like the fucking lettuce. And so, like, I had to, like, write in, like, I was like, I explained why. I was just like, it doesn't work because XYZ, and, like, it makes, I don't know, it was just kind of better before.
Uh-huh.
And,
also, Pseudo, no, I haven't tried Rita's. I love ice cream, though,
No,
so...
I couldn't get into KomoriCon. God damn it. No, I'll be at, Fan Expo, which is in January. I was also at Rose City. I was in Rose City with the One Kingdom Hearts booth. If you happen to go to Rose City Comic-Con and you're like, oh yeah, that one that has all the Kingdom Hearts, that was me. And Canary. I did not realize you were Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I live in fucking Portland. Maybe not Portland proper, but like,
around
the area. You should come to Denver Fan Expo. Wink, wink. I'll try. I gotta jump here because I have an appointment tomorrow. Yeah, and it's like midnight for you, right? About. So, go to bed. Bye, Dupus. Thank you for rating. I have personal beef with Rose City Comic Con. Sorry, Niku. That's fine. That's okay. It's just like the other one. Oh, we were also at a Retro Game Expo. That was Portland Retro. We were there. And now we're gonna be in the Fan Expo in January. We usually try to get stuff around here as much as we can, but KomoriCon was so like swamped that like barely anybody got in.
Oh man.
Like the few that did get in got in, but it was like so many people who live here just like did not get in. And I'm like, but my local con. So
So many
anyway,
cons are just like getting so big. It's
yep,
hard.
it's a big retro game expo. Pseudo. It's like a big one. They had a lot of fucking tables. I have to avoid cons like the plague because if they have any semblance of Soriku merch, all my money will be gone. Well, that's literally our entire table.
Yeah.
Sariku's #1 fan, that's our entire fucking table. He will come to Oregon just to go there. Got a question, Niku and Tennille. If Cage 4 becomes a semi-musical, what do we want Soriku to sing, like, cover of Disney song? Like High School Musical or Lion King 2 original song? I'll take anything. I don't fucking care. I can never approach your table. You will be magnetically drawn to our table, and it will be inevitable. I'm sorry, you can't be Sariku's #1 fan and not end up coming to the table.
I would love a musical number.
I would kill for a musical number.
Yeah. I'm just imagining now Riku singing, I'm not gonna stop till I get my shot. That's who I am, that is my plan. You can bet on it, bet on it, bet on it.
MegaCon one day, wink wink. Where's MegaCon? Also, I think, look, Graven will do anything if his job demands it. That's the one thing that I can take away, that he'll be a little professional baby, and he'll put his big boy britches on and he'll do it. I don't think he hates singing. It's just not like what he's gonna be like, oh yippee, singing. He's just
it's
like,
not
well,
what he's trained for, you know?
MegaCon is Orlando. Okay, I thought it was Florida, but it's just general enough that I was like, I don't know, maybe.
Pseudo.
That pesky NDA holding us back from all the Riku knowledge. The idea that, like, he has to go into that booth at some point, and he has all of the dumb shit we say in his little head when he gets in there.
Yeah. We're gonna be 1,000 little demon chats on his shoulder going, hee.
Yep.
Anyway, what's the prompt for today?
The prompt today is Oathkeeper or canon divergence / alternate universe.
Ah, yes, I started seeing a few of those on my feed. They were fun.
Yes. The Soriku imps on his shoulders, yeah. I always think of specifically the imps in the Wind Waker and the little noises they make.
Yeah.
Like, they're hopping around and then and they poke you. And that's all of us swarming him.
Yeah.
We're like biting his ankles.
I wanted to show you my animation.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna make sure to turn the audio off again. Let's see.
Hold on. Putting a pin in your question, Haven. Is he becoming even more Soriku build? Yeah. Oh my god, dude. He can't fucking stop. He likes to pretend like he's like, no, I'm, I don't have anything. I don't have a flag planted in anyone's ship. And then, like, the other day, what was it when, like, we brought up some, like, I forgot what it was we brought up, and he was like, and they try to argue against us. You know? I was like, us, you say.
Us.
What does he not say, you know?
It's
true.
Anyway, I'll let the animation play a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
Do a couple of loops. But I have it now that Sora at the beginning does a little ooh, ah.
Yeah, that, like, the one part I missed.
Yeah, and I gotta add more to it, but that's what I'm getting started on today.
The stretch is really cute. I love Riku's little like turn with his hand on his neck. It's really good. It was on the it was on the Soriku DS cover. That's right. Because he revealed he just like has the like basically special pre-order version of Dream Drop Distance, right? Which comes with the Soriku 3DS case that you can like snap onto it.
So
And
cool.
it was unopened, so I was like, you have to fucking see this. So I had to go get a picture of it and I put it in mod chat and I was like, you have to, this is what you own. This is what's in there. And he was looking at this. Yeah, he just has that. It's like, because he always gets like a promotional copy from just having done the job. So like he has like a large collection basically of all the games at this point, but they've just been in storage for the most part. Like safely stored, but like, you know, stored away. Yeah, and he did say, he was like, am I in Dream Drop Distance a lot? And all of us had to be like, that's like, yeah, you could say that. You're in it a lot. Yes.
You sure are, buddy.
Yeah, he was like, is that Sora and Riku in a heart? And then he was like, and they try to argue with us, you know? It was pretty good.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, you're a little bit in that game. You're like in there, you know? Didn't he say his mom was relieved when he took his Riku stuff to his place? Yeah. Because like he was explaining that like he has like a little area for storage at his parents' place or something. So like they've been holding on to a lot of this stuff. And he finally was just like, oh, I'm gonna go through it and grab some of my Kingdom Hearts stuff I know I have. So that's why he has his little Riku figure. Now it sits on his computer. And some other, like, he has like an alarm clock and some other stuff that he's just gotten that we're all like, this is promotional. The game is coming out and you were one of the main characters. Here's a bunch of Kingdom Hearts stuff. So it's crazy how VAs don't remember their role, but I guess it makes sense. It's like listening to one half of a phone call with no context. Yeah, it's also like, consider the idea that you know, like in school when they have you like read a portion of a book you're going through or something, like in front of the class. Like you're like, can you read this part out loud? Imagine that. And then someone's like, don't you know the whole story and that part you said years ago? And you're like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Because they're basically handed a script. They don't get to like read it ahead of time. They go in and they're like, okay, what are we doing today, boys? And then they're like, here is your script. Here is the context. And here's the scene, you know, and you were going to be recording this.
Yeah.
And that's basically it, right? So,
well,
unless he like plays the games himself, like that's the context he has.
I was saying when you were talking about this in stream last night, like I've done a lot of plays, musicals, stuff like that, stuff that you rehearse over and over and over. You have to have it memorized. Yeah. You work on this for months, making sure that like you have everything down pat and you can do it without even thinking about it. I could not tell you a single line of dialogue that I have done in any of those plays or musicals. Like, that stuff's just gone. It's gone. And if you're a voice actor or even like a film actor, you're practicing a shot or a scene or a take long enough to just get it right. You're not practicing it like for months and months. It's just like, all right, good, next one, moving on.
Yep.
So
good. Next line.
Yep.
Yeah. And they don't interact with the other VAs. It's just their lines. Yeah. Like, it also like depends on when you come in to record, because it's not just because he said this. I've heard like when I was watching interviews with like a lot of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth cast, and they like talk about the process and everything. And it is something where it's just like, you know, if you're lucky, you get to come in later because then you get to play off of the other like recorded English lines to deliver your lines. Otherwise, you are listening to the Japanese performance and like getting the context from the voice director and everything, and then you're just kind of like acting into a void a little bit, and then like the next guy gets to come and work off of yours or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's really just like you are going in there, you're doing what they tell you, and you may like remember some of your delivery of it, I guess, but like I think people have a misconception of how much people who like do voice work get to interact with the piece that they were in. Because even then, like, what was it? I saw, which I just thought it was interesting. I saw Sungwon Cho, right? Pro ZD talking about like he did some voice work for Knights of Guinevere, and he was like the kind of Walt Disney esque like dad character for that
Mm-hmm.
time. And he was like, "Yeah, I did this. This is cool." And then after it was like out, he was like, "God damn, that was really good. That's a
Yeah.
good fucking cartoon." And it's like, yeah, he only played like that one part, though important, but it's like he has no idea about the rest of it. He gets to see it basically fresh like the rest of us. And that was something that was a much more recent project. Imagine trying to recall or even know anything about a series that you never watched or played, that you voice acted like over 20 years ago at this point. And so on and so forth. Like we're hitting about 20 years for like Kingdom Hearts 2 and other stuff.
Well,
We're
and
we're getting
even
there, but
going off Pro ZD,
yeah.
one of the reasons he's been so good at playing Mordecai is because, like, in Lackadaisy, is because he's been doing, like,
Yeah.
fan recordings of that character for years
Yep.
before the pilot came out. He was basically like a fan cast.
Yeah. He's been fucking at it. But like it's the point of like, oh, it's like in every aspect, you often go in, record your lines with directions, and then the rest of the thing gets made without you.
Mm-hmm.
That you did your part and then you leave and that's it. You don't really always get a say. Like sometimes you can have a little bit if you're like, actually, what if I read it like this? And they go, okay, let's hear it. It's like it's a little different, especially dubbing. Like you just go in, you say your shit, and then they're like, okay, all right, thanks, get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
but like you don't get to like partake in the rest of it. And so unless you consume it like everybody else, you don't know any more than anybody else outside of maybe like whatever direction they gave you in the booth. Like if they were like, okay, so and so is this, and so you're going to read it this way because blah blah blah. Like for like the sake of direction, they might know something we don't, but like what was it? Ray Chase was saying that he and I can completely believe this just for the sake of convenience that he was like, I know Master of Master's true name because I had to read it in the booth for that line where he says my name is and then it gets like blanked out and it's like white, or like it's not white, but it's like there's light. And we don't hear it, right? But he was like, I had to read it in the booth. So like I know and I can't say anything. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that makes sense because otherwise, like, if you have to go back and like replay that scene, the line's already recorded. You
Right.
know what I mean? You don't have to go in and like dub in the name again later. It's like that's just more logistically sound.
Right.
I know some people were like, I don't know if he actually knows because they could just be lying to him. And I'm like, what purpose does that serve?
Well,
When you
I
can just
mean,
have the guy read the line
from
and just be
I
like, please don't tell anybody. You'd be like, okay, that's it.
I think they could have it as a red herring, like the Master of
Oh,
Masters
that's
himself
totally
is lying.
yeah,
But,
that's on the table, but as far as, like, that line being read, I'm like, "Well, yeah, that would just make the most sense." That's also
mm-hmm.
an easier way to make it sound natural because
Yeah.
you don't end up stopping or hanging to try it, like, half the time like, most of the time, honestly, when people are, like, in the booth and they're like, what was it, like, the SpongeBob episode where they're swearing and everything's, like, censored with dolphin noises and shit was like, "Yeah, we were actually swearing." It
Yeah.
makes it easier to, like, bleep out because you know what to bleep, and, it's like sounds better when you work with that instead of like trying to pretend you don't say it.
Well, and if you've ever been in theater, you know that just because you have a line that's cut off, don't ever anticipate the cutoff. You're always
That's yeah,
trying
yes.
to, um,
Because
like, you have a line
it's
that's
gonna
cut
deliver
off, but you may
differently.
as well just keep making up ad lib for what should come after in case the person who's supposed to cut you off doesn't cut you
Yeah.
off at the right time. That way it sounds
Yeah.
natural.
Yep. Yeah, no, it makes sense because that's the thing is like you probably don't realize how much like trying to say a line where you know it's about to get cut off that you'd be like is you're like waiting for it to happen, and it's like you're supposed to be cut off mid-sentence. Like the natural way to say that is you would keep talking until it happens.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing where it's just like you may as well just say the name. You may as well just say the swear, it's gonna get bleeped anyway. And it's funny,
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. So it's like sometimes somebody's gonna have like that little piece of knowledge, but unless there's somebody who's like actively consuming the media just as we are, they don't know any more than we do. And so, Graven's sitting there being like, I spent like 8 hours with this character in the recording booth, and now I'm spending like 50 hours with the character playing the game. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have different knowledge than I do. So, and I mean, now he's getting the same knowledge that we do. It's something where like he's like, yeah, I'm really actually spending time with this. And like, thankfully, also, he really likes it.
Yeah.
So do feel like it's also a thing if they want to keep it for a future flashback. It's better if it's already that's exactly what I was saying, is that like if they're gonna harken back to that line, instead of just redubbing, like putting a new, like inserting the word later, like just have it. Just let it be.
Yeah.
I Oh, baby cat is in his bed. He's in his bed.
Oh, baby cat.
Yeah. Did you have your test?
My brain just today to have a bad math thing.
Oh,
but that's okay. I'm still gonna pass. I'm like,
You're still gonna pass. Yeah, it's just one of those things. God damn it.
I was on fire yesterday.
Whatever. It's done.
Look at that baby cat. He's right up there. Although I don't know if on Niku's stream if I'm up, so then he would be right down there.
You got it.
But on my stream, he's right there.
Nice. Hi, baby.
Baby. Good shit.
He's a baby. He's a baby, and he's on his bed. His bed of my jackets. People are all coming home at once. Not necessarily everyone, but like it's just everyone suddenly outside the office door. Okay. I'm just kind of doodling to.
Yeah, you got an idea for today?
I had like a flash of an idea, but I don't know how much I wanted to do it. I heard like in a video this small bit of a Rhapsody in Blue, which reminded me of how badly I've wanted to, and I was like, I should just do this because I want to do it as like a style study.
Yeah.
Draw like some Kingdom Hearts like Rhapsody in Blue Fantasia shit. And like Sora and Riku very like stylized in the way, looking cute. Perhaps wearing suspenders even at one point.
Oh,
I think would be good. And so I was like, oh man, but do I really want to like do that today? Because I'm gonna be like particular about it. So I'm thinking about it. But that was the idea that I had.
Well, I love that idea.
And kissing. And kissing, Torty. I gotta head out at least for now. Got to take care of my sister's dog and stuff. Family emergency. God. My God. Pseudo catch a break, please.
Yeah.
Loving the art you guys are working on. Thank you.
Yeah, Pseudo.
Field Rhapsody in Blue. Yes. That'd be so rad. I've thought about it so many times, but it's just something where like I just haven't like sat down to try and do it. Oh, I am wearing a Sora shirt today. And
I'm a bit more generic. I'm just wearing a PlayStation shirt.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I had too much fun with Swap AU and ended up in world building brain hell. Dumb question, but what is Rhapsody in Blue?
Not a dumb question.
It is a musical piece, but like particularly I am referencing the section in Fantasia 2000 where they, to Rhapsody in Blue, the song, have a whole, animated segment that is probably my favorite Fantasia segment. in
It's
general.
Its directing animator is Andreas Deja, who's one of my favorite Disney animators.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was always, like, my favorite as a kid, and as an adult, I was like, there's a reason, baby, it's the best one. It's so good. My favorite was always the Pastoral Symphony horror scroll. I always did really like the Pastoral Symphony as well. There it is. Oh, yes. I was just looking at this before stream. This fucking Sans asleep on a chocobo shirt for the Undertale Square Enix crossover. I literally sent it to Neil being like, dog, I need this shirt so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And there's also like a Frisk with like a Tonberry because they are both holding a knife.
So fun.
It's very good. I desire it greatly. There was also Toby Fox on like Emil's head.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cute. Rolling around.
Cute.
New Kingdom Hearts news I should know about because I kind of got distracted. I mean, not really.
No.
Shirt with Papyrus holding a Keyblade. I know. Square Enix crossover, no Kingdom Hearts. Tonberry actually kind of scared me as a child. I mean, because Tonberries are frightening. They kill you. Disney homophobic moment. Sora an Undertale themed Keyblade now. Chris Delter and Sora interact so bad.
Oh.
The Undertale Square Enix Orchestra that's coming to the US? Yes. And yeah, there is going to be a showing in Portland and also Seattle. I would really, really like to go. It is money, but I sure would like to go.
It would be money well spent. That sounds like a cool experience. Dun, 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 dun.
We can make money. We need schemes. It'd be funny if Gaster and Mom interacted. Yeah, snag them ASAP. People buy those things out quick. The seats we got were $35 each. That's not a lot. Canary, I need you to go look at the tickets, okay? I need you to go look at the tickets right now, really quick. If they're only like 35 to like 40, whatever, I was expecting way more. That's not bad at all. We can do that. Can I go with you? I think, when is the concert? It's in like June, I think. Wait, okay. Go look genuinely at like the ticket prices and see what we're getting here. Short, I can fit in someone's pockets. You probably don't have to. These are the cheapest ones for context. Right, but I'm saying that's just a lot more like, oh, this is, I don't know what I thought they were going to be.
More than that.
I was, yeah. And even if it's a little more than that, that's doable. You know what I mean? Yes, attainable, exactly. I don't have to like feel bad getting them, you know what I mean?
Feels like you can't go out and do anything without spending at least $80. So, like...
I know. Where do I find the tickets? There is like an official website.
Alright, close.
Musicofsquareenix.com. They range from 36 to 119 for the most expensive. Okay, well, middle of the road then, maybe. I think we can afford middle of the road, right? Yeah, 119 isn't even that bad. Appear to be quite a few 50 or so available. Good luck. Let's fucking make it happen!
Rear orchestra seatings, 50.
Seating.
Not bad.
That's pretty doable. Someone fly me out to Portland so I can seat with Niku and others. Tell the cage people gotta move to Oregon. I don't make the rules. Dude, we're all just up here. Dude, I don't like it when I sit here and I'm working and the neck of my shirt is like off the edge of the camera. That drives me fucking crazy. So like, something about it when I see it and I'm like, I hate this. I hate that. There we go. That's better. Throw out the commission I got from Canary. Oh, yes, I need to look at that. Everyone from Portland. And also, Canary having open commissions is up to Canary.
No, Niku, tell Canary that commissions have to be open.
Right, commissions have to be open so we can go to the concert. Canary? They're open sort of, friends only right now. Basically. How much is a ticket from to Portland from the south? Look, if you're ever looking at ticket prices, do it in incognito mode so it doesn't like rack up your fucking ticket prices every time that you go back to look. $400 to $500. That's from like Florida, which is across the entire country. South is dependent. Unless, of course, you say the South and you... Oh, yeah, Vexy is in Florida. Okay, well, that also depends. You splurged a bit on your ticket, if I recall correctly. Southest South possible. Just angling things out. I'm in Cowboy Land. Explodes to a million pieces. That's expensive. I think it's cheaper during the off season. Yes. You did go in November. This is true. Early November, but it was definitely November.
Yeah, timing also matters. Holidays are going to be awful. Thank you, Crowfeets.
Cute. The stretch and the putting the hands down.
Yeah.
It's definitely more cheaper to view it in Portland than it is in Seattle. That makes sense to me. Then we have to go. Let me look at these that you're sending me. Let me look at this. And you know what? And we have a con next month, baby. Where is this? 53. I mean, that's pretty good. I think we should just get them. Oh, if you come to Portland to come to we can meet, we can hang out. I'd be happy to. We want to wait until DCS is back. We could, if you want, but otherwise, if we nab them, because I know it's not something they would be interested in going in. They don't really care for orchestration. Yes, Vexy, absolutely. I always try to encourage people, especially when they're like, I'm at a con, and people will be like, I was shy to come see you, and I was like, if you don't see me, I'll hunt you down and I'll kill you myself.
How dare you?
You come and talk to me. So yes, please. Fair enough. Would it just be me and you then? Do you think? I was so scared to meet you at con, and it was fine. And it was fine, Haven. You came by several times. Oh, thank you. But I thought it was fun. I was happy to meet you. And now I got a little face in my head when I know, I'm like, that's Haven. I know what Haven looks like. They just want to sail today, so be fast. They want to sail at like 10 a.m.
Dang.
That's horrible. No, it's not. That's just my pal Haven. To me, what am I thinking? What? Scared to be parasocial. No, I love to meet people. One day I'll come visit. I mean, I'll try to go to cons, so it's fine. I'm also not an orchestra person, unfortunately. Yeah, my partner's just like, they don't hate it, but they're just like, well, all right, and they don't really feel strongly about it. So it's easier to just be like, go with people who are excited. The last time I went to a concert was a Pokemon concert, and I went with my friend Nami, and it ruled, and it was great. What was it? The last con, I think it was at Rose City. I was sitting there, and somebody was looking at our table, and they stopped, and they went, oh my god, you're Nikutsune. And I was like, especially hearing like the full name, I was like, yeah. And they're like, I've followed you for years. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Hi. And then they were like, well, I gotta go. And then they didn't buy anything and they left. It was just like, oh, okay, sure.
Oh.
It was just, I think they were like caught off guard for sure because they were looking at it and then they realized who they were like talking to, I guess. And I was just like, I don't even think like as if I'm like so famous or something. It was just like, oh shit, you're a real person and I've been following you for a long time and suddenly I'm at your booth and, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, bye. That's fine. It's me, I'm real. They got so scared.
I would get that a lot of just like, I can't tell you how many times, like, Whitney's working with somebody else I know, like, happens to bring me up or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, my buddy Tennille, and they're Tennille Flowers, and they're like,
wait, Tennille Flowers? Yeah. Wait, I know that person.
Yeah. Usually it's,
it was funny.
My Warrior Cat's days are coming back to me in a flash.
Yeah. Suddenly, wait, holy shit. Also, yes, I mean, incognito. Good. I remember even in, like, Graven's server where, like, because Perry, who was a regular, right, was, like, I had mentioned you at some point, and then you were kind of, like, around in the community a little bit, and Perry was just like, yeah, I was like, holy shit, it's Tennille Flowers from my Warrior Cat's days. Oh, God. And I'm like, yep, that's the deal.
That's me.
That's the one. I had the same reaction of, holy fuck. Tennille from my Warrior Cat.
From my Warrior Cat.
You guys are fandom famous. Yeah, I suppose so. That is the thing we got to experience at Reconnect. Where it was like, yeah, anyway, hi. And people were like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
It's us.
Yep. The fucking double bombed.
Yeah. I still think it's so funny.
Weekly in middle school, I was floored. That's so cute. Guess I
love that guess. Thank you. No, I loved the double bomb of us going up to people at Reconnect and being like, "Hi, I'm Tennille Flowers. I made Riku is gay," and you being like, "Hi, I'm Niku, and I made the Sleeping Realm Theory."
Yeah, and just BRP gonna ask my friend who is into Warrior Cats if he recognizes the name Neil Flowers. I always knew because I found Miku in Kingdom Hearts through to Neil.
Ah, yep.
Yeah, or I love when like people bring up to me, they're like, "Do you know the Riku is gay video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I
Buddy.
sure do." I mentioned by name in the video even right at the end, but I'm there.
Yeah.
You can say I know about it.
I'm familiar with the text.
I'm familiar. Yeah. I didn't have a warrior cat. Well, it's because you were into horses. Because you were a horse girly.
Yeah. I had horses, Gabby. I didn't like them.
I did not like them, but I had horses.
But we had horses. I know. I know your horse story. I make every horse girl cry because they wish they grew up where I did.
Do not cite the ancient magic to me, etc., etc.
I was there when it was
Pete
written.
finds Boeing 737, the plane model that breaks down constantly. Well, that's probably why, right? Where the heck does Thermosphere play in the games? This plays when you fight the special gummy ship boss in KH3. That's like a Easter egg nod to a different game that the developers who did the gummy ship part made that other game that I can't recall the name of off the top of my head, but like they did a great job with the gummy ship, but then they got to put in like a little secret boss in there. So I know the Cage the Gummy Ship shit is so fucking fun. I love
so
it.
cool.
I by my own will opt in to do all of the gummy ship missions when I play
Every
KH2
time.
because it's fun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's a gummy track. Yeah, it's specifically a boss battle. It's the one that plays when you fly into that tornado. And it has that special boss in there who you have to have like a bunch of speed to get to. Never got super into Warriors, but I did really like the spin-off thing they did with dogs. Survivors.
Yeah,
Is that real?
Survivors.
What? I've never heard of that in my life.
They did a couple of different spin-offs. They did a couple of different spin-off series. There's
that doesn't surprise me.
Survivors, there's Seekers, which is bears. And then there's one that they did recently.
Tickets purchased!
That's like a lion cub.
Okay.
It feels kind of like Lion King, Lion Guard-esque.
Yeah.
I forget what that was about.
The way the life just like left you as you tried to talk about them.
Look, Brave Lands, that's what it was. Thank you, Elder Snap. Yeah. Look, if Warriors is, you know, still making books with, like, a hope and a prayer left for potential inspiration, then those series were, like, doomed on arrival, is the best way I can describe them. Weren't they ghost-written? I mean, all of them are ghost-written. Aaron Hunter is not a person who exists. Aaron Hunter is, like, 6 or 7 writers who all write under Aaron Hunter, and they chose the name Aaron Hunter because Hunter will go near Brian Jacques, who writes Redwall.
Oh. I did like Redwall as a kid.
Yeah, so like that's the whole marketing thing, is like, we're gonna pick the name Aaron Hunter because then it'll be close to the Redwall books and we can maybe get the kids who are into Redwall to read these. How sneaky. I mean, it's the kind of thing that happens all the time. Especially for Kids Lit, because it's all about the marketing. Some of them would write, like, they're writers that would, like, interchange. You know, like, Cherith would write one book for this series, and then Vicky would write a book for this series, and gosh, I can't remember the other writers who were involved, but like, that's why a lot of times when you go from book to book, they can just suddenly drop plot beats or stuff like that, because like, they're not taking good enough notes about like the characters' character arcs and stuff like that. So like the next person who's writing the book was already like halfway through writing the book before the person writing the previous book even finished that book, and so plot beats just go like completely unaddressed. Yeah, or changes in character descriptions, which that's more of an editor thing. The editors should be on top of that. You gotta also take anything that I say about how it works with a grain of salt. That is just my best guess assumption on how it all works, based on the fact that, like, if you have 2 or 3 books coming out a year, they're being written at the same time. Like, that's just an impossible workflow for people to keep straight. Oh yeah, the ghostwriter thing is absolutely 100% true. It's more so about like their actual workflow that I'm more so just making an educated guess. And it's a pretty good educated guess because like people from the Warriors Cats team has contacted me for various things here or there. I don't really communicate with them anymore, but they used to.
Always with a finger in the pie, you know?
Yep.
And now we talk to Graven David Gallagher, voice of Riku.
Which is so funny because I had a friend the other, like, a month ago or something like that, be like, oh, Tennille, did you know Riku's voice actor is doing Kingdom Hearts playthroughs? I'm like, yeah, I'm a mod. I talked to him.
Yep. Yeah, I talked to that guy.
And they're like, You know, I should have guessed.
Yeah, I should
should
have. Not only should I have guessed that you would have known about it, but also.
Yeah.
Speaking of a GC, does anyone wanting to go to the Portland concert want to make a trip group chat? Well, we have our tickets now, at least. Me and Canary do. Mr. Graven Gallagher. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. How did you guys first start talking to Graven? How did you find out about his channel? He had streamed maybe like a few times before we ended up, at least in my Discord, like finding him.
Yeah. It was really only like his first few streams though.
Yeah, it was like barely anything, right? And that was like brought into my Discord. So after that, I was just keeping an eye on it. I was like, I want to be in there, right? And then I got in there, and people just talked about me enough that like he asked. I remember distinctly it was the final straw was Canary going, haha, Niku and Graven crossover when. And then he was like, all right, okay. He was like,
I'll bite.
Who is this? Yeah, basically. It was like, who is, you know, tell me all about it, Niku. Who are you? And I was like, oh, hey. And then I was just around, like, we, you know, like, I was in his streams a bit. And once it was made clear that it was like people know who I am, and I was like, I stream too, I do all this, etc. I have art. I've, you know, like the first time I was like, here's a comic I drew, you know, and he read the like you have other friends comic. And then after that, he asked me to be a mod. Like he came to me being like, well, you know, people know you and like you have experience and, you know, particularly like people like in the community respect you. I feel like this would be, you know, if you want to. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it, like easy. So I was like technically his second mod. Trick was the first one, but that was just a matter of like timing. It was like a little bit, you know, but I just animation maxed. It's true. You were like, I'm going to paint the channel with this flavor of mine now. It's so funny because I was so annoyed at other people trying to shoot their shot to network with him in chat, and yet I'm like, hey, there's this guy I know. Well, you weren't the only one, to be fair, you know? And, like, I walk in and people go, oh my god, it's Niku, yippee! And I'm like, hi, everybody, you know?
Hello!
I walk into my studio and, like a television entrance, everyone starts clapping, you know? I walk in, I'm like, hey, guys! Hearing Riku's voice say Niku for the first time was so funny. Yeah, he was right. I joined Twitch because I saw you guys were gonna do a stream together. That's so funny. I remember too, like when I announced that, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna stream together watching, I think it was like Summer Games Fest or something like that. Because I figured people would want to see that. And like, not that we hadn't been on stream talking to each other before, but this was like, oh, we'll have a co-stream. It'll be good. And everybody, they were like, holy shit, oh my god, something's gonna happen. Like, if I'm there with Riku's voice actor, it had to mean that, like, an announcement
we're getting
was happening.
news.
And I was like, you guys, you have to calm down. We're literally just watching the show together. Like, if there's something and he knows, I don't know anything. I am just some guy and we were just going to do a stream together. And it was fun, but, like, it was so funny. Everybody was like, it's a sign. And I was like, no.
No, it's not.
Please. And it wasn't. Nothing happened.
The Kingdom Hearts fandom's been through a lot during this drought.
Mm-hmm. It was practically live chatted about the Discord. You could still see the moment it happens because we were all screaming about it in there. Rowan, hi. thought it wasn't Owen. We were like, we gotta be cool. We gotta not be too gay. Well, I remember because we were like, we gotta not be like, he is a guy. We don't want to like be
Scare
strange
him.
at him or like push like, you know, he's just a voice actor. He is also a guy who has a family. He's a real man, you know.
Yeah.
And so like I remember considering, I was like, I might warn him a bit before his Kingdom Hearts stream starts to be like, people might be weird in the chat. Like I'm gonna try and take care of it, but like people can get really weird and homophobic about this, but I'm not gonna get too into detail.
Yeah.
And then it was like stream fucking one. He was just like, haha, and just was like leaning right into it without anybody saying anything. And we were like,
Okay.
oh, okay. I don't have to say fucking anything then. He's all right. I am not the Messiah. See, he denies it. He must be the Messiah. Now his own mods are posting the stupid Soriku makeout sticker in his own Discord server. It's so funny. He's coming into chat, and I have to be now Graven. When a character's name is at the front of the ship name, it means they're at the top for some. You know, and he's like, okay.
I see.
Uh-huh.
So is Vexen and Repliku considered toxic?
Yeah, is that, you know, is that considered bad? It's like, I don't see how it couldn't be. I mean, if that's the flavor you want, that's play with dolls all you want, you know? That implies Sora top, and it's right. And it's correct. Phantom teaching. Hey, he's in it now. He's gonna have to learn. Anyway. What was I saying? I was gonna say something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember, it was like a week before it happened that I was like, you guys watch. In like a week, we're gonna be pals. And then it happened. It's the one thing I know how to do. Oop, Jesus.
Make pals?
It's manipulate people. No. Yeah, and it's just like, I could just be pals. It's fine. It would have happened without anyone saying anything about you, but that just expedited the process, to be honest. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna leave you to entertain the masses.
Alright, I will hold down the fort.
And I'm gonna maybe, I do like the song, but it's like stressful, so I'm gonna switch to the next one. It was like the unknown fight music.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, this is nice. Okay. I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
Now you're all mine, chat. Gotta fix up some of these frames. Bus driver lives on the bus. My mom was a bus driver, so I was very aware that the bus driver does not live on the bus. That didn't stop us all from laughing at a Goofy movie when the bus driver's like, I'm gonna sit on my bus. Or butt. I was never quite sure what they were saying. Alright, let's see. Ads are over. Yippee! Good. Good. I did a little bit of retiming things before we started stream today. And a lot of it was just making sure, because if you'll go back and look at what I posted yesterday, I was mostly just focusing on Riku, but you'll notice that the timing is all off between how Sora and Riku are reacting to each other, which is a really fun part of animation and acting. I've talked before, even on this stream, how I did a lot of acting as a kid, just in local stuff, in my high school and community, stuff like that. But what I've always loved about animation is how much character acting you get to do within animation. So, like, obviously, I want Riku to feel like Riku, and I want Sora to feel like Sora. And an easy way to convey that is by, doing motions that I know I've seen them do in games. So, like, Sora stretching and doing this thing. But also getting into making sure that the timing is correct so that they are acting and reacting to each other. So we see Sora do his little stretch, which I'm probably going to then push this forward just a little bit more so that Riku is kind of reacting to the stretch. So that it goes from stretch to then Riku looking over. And that gives like a nice bounce back and forth with your eyes too. You're going from, okay, this is the character that's moving, and now Riku is. And Riku's the one looking over because Sora was stretching. Sora does his little smile, which is what makes Riku kind of get all glooby. But then when Sora looks at him, he reacts. He doesn't want to be caught. So then they both have this, like, there's a miscommunication. So they part ways a little bit here. Riku has to kind of like collect himself, but Sora doesn't know what's wrong. So, again, just like acting for Sora, and then react Riku, and then react Sora, and then more acting and reacting. And of course, Riku diffuses the whole thing by doing what he does. But yeah, I love them. I saw somebody ask if I'm a straight ahead or pose to pose. I like to do a little bit of both. If it is, if there's dialogue, I'm almost always like straight ahead. If there's some kind of like a lot of intense movement going back and forth, I do a lot of straight ahead. But for subtler things, I tend to go like pose to pose. Sorry, I was looking at you too gaily. I gotta totally do a straight friend behavior to offset it. Mm-hmm. And my music stopped again. Keep going. There we go. Yeah, it is good to do both. If you get stuck too much in doing pose to pose, you can get animations that look really stiff. Straight ahead can end up looking really organic and fluid, but the downside of straight ahead animation and only doing straight ahead is that your timing can get screwed up, and your anatomy can end up shifting around a lot. So unless you have like really, really solid drawing skills, it's likely that your shapes are going to change volume and consistency. Straight ahead and pose to pose are just different animation techniques. So if I were to draw a bouncing ball, per se, a pose to pose might look like, you know, this is frame 1, and this would be the next frame I draw. Is the ball, you know, squashing against the floor. And then maybe my next drawing would be it going up. And my next drawing would be 4. And then I would go in between all of these and I draw like the in-betweens for this to make it a proper animation. Versus if I was doing straight ahead animation, I would literally go from like, here's the ball drops, ball drops further, here is it hitting, here's it's coming back up, gaining its shape, and so on and so on. I'm hitting each piece of the animation in a row versus going back and filling in the in-betweens afterwards.
I've returned.
Hi, welcome. We were having a little animation lesson.
Yeah, I was hearing. I didn't take my headphones off, so I just heard you talking in my ear. May I see the animation?
Yes. Let it play for a bit.
No. Alder, thank you for the subscription. You got a new hat. It's true. Now you have silver hat. Now you've got silver butt plug. Aren't you proud? I really need to like go and assess my little subscription little emotes. I feel like I could. Not that it'd probably still be a wizard hat, but like I could like silver, huh? A silver what? You heard me. You heard what I said. Anyway. I'm looking at it. It's so cute. Oh, Recoded, who bops tremendously, I know.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it does look. It looks so sweet and cute. The song is so unreasonably good, and I'm so bad for all the KH fans who've never gotten to hear it. I know. I know. I'm so glad I've gotten to play Recoded. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
I do
really
hope
that
one
we
day
can-
we get a port for 358 encoded. It would be nice.
That would be nice. I hope that we can get it arranged for Graven to play the games. It's okay if he is just gonna watch, because like that doesn't mean he's never going to go back. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I watched stuff first, and then I finally went back and played it, and I was like, wow, this is a lot better. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, the first time I heard it was in Melody of Memory, but I've played Recoded since then. Hell yeah, and it rules, right? But I hope we can get it set up for Graven that he could like play them.
Yeah.
Because it's look, emulating is really easy, but that's off the table because he's a guy who literally works for the company, and that's a very easy way to get in trouble. So
Yeah.
it's something where it's like, okay, well, you're probably gonna have to play it on the original hardware, which means you have to get the hardware and then Oh, no, sorry. I wasn't even responding to you, Gabby. I didn't even see that you said it was very easy to emulate. I was just talking. And then it happened to be we said the same thing, basically, which happens often anyway.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even trying to, like, correct you. I was just like, this is always what people bring up. You know what I mean? They're always like, oh, but you can emulate it. And you're like, no, we can't. Our hearts are connected. Love telling people about the funny looking Jafar sliding across the ground minigame, laughing evilly and jump scaring you. Yeah. Yes, that one where you have to run from like Jafar's ghost. It comes up every Kingdom Hearts stream and several of the others. Yeah, it always comes up. Every fucking time it comes up. It's always, are you gonna play 358? And then it's always, are you gonna play it before Kingdom Hearts 2? And every time it's yes and then no. Yes, we are going to do 358. No, it is not happening before Kingdom Hearts 2. No, he will never play it. Canary, can you do me a favor? Because I was thinking about it. Can you send the link for the orchestra, and can you send it to Leisha and see if they, like, if Leisha and Chelsea would want to go, because it's not only, like, there's Kingdom Hearts, it's also Final Fantasy. And I feel like they would want to go. Hey, how's it going? It's been a bit. Welcome, Raiders.
Hey, welcome.
So I was suddenly having name paralysis, and I can't remember if it's supposed to be faux, like as in like fake, or if you were just going with like Fox, right? But I was always like, yeah, faux Snyder, right? Like that's how, and suddenly I was like, wait, I don't remember.
Yes, Fox. Okay.
There you go, Fox Snyder. Everybody, Fox Snyder is here. Beloved fellow Soriku Fox Snyder. It's all good. I was drawing for Soriku Week and thought I'd bring some friends. Yippee! Well, here you can see.
Woohoo!
We're drawing for Soriku Week. I think I was inspired by the Gummy Ship music, and I think my sort of AU is like Gummy Ship pilots.
Yes.
And especially because I love Star Fox. So I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of their little talk boxes, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
I'm involved in insisting everyone get their tickets. This catching up with yesterday and did the combined Keyblade. Nice. I was on stream for 11 hours yesterday, and I barely got done what I got done because I like drew it, and then I was like, I don't fucking, something about this is like not working. Also, I would say like 8 of those hours was me fucking half-assedly drawing while I was like talking and not drawing. So when I actually started to draw, it went pretty fast. So, you know how it goes, huh? I'm actually going to get rid of the little box as much as I like thinking about it. Got a dip. Want to stop by and say hi. Thank you for stopping by, Fox.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear from you. David and I were thinking for the orchestra, we sit in the same row as y'all with seats 9 and 10. Yeah, absolutely, go for it. Everyone took a nap and they're back for round 2. Hi, Claude. Tickets for the Portland show for the Kingdom Hearts, not just Kingdom Hearts, but like, Final Fantasy, Square Enix stuff went up today. So we bought tickets. Yeah, today. The tickets aren't that pricey. It's just a matter of getting up here. That's probably the more expensive part. Moth flies out of my wallet. I know. It sucks because it's like all the way in fucking like June, but they're on sale now.
Oh, man.
During the fucking holidays, you know what I mean? I know, you guys could have waited for like January. Once I can drive, I'm going straight to one of the FurCons that DCS is at. Hell yeah. Holiday season where I should be making bank, but I'm stuck I'm stuck taking FMLA. What's FMLA mean?
Fuck my life.
Fuck my life, asshole.
Alone? I don't
Stuck
know.
making family.
Oh!
Family medical leave. Got it. Everybody's saying it at once. Got it. Fuck my life, asshole. Got it. Yeah, that too.
Two people with no jobs who only work on the internet trying to figure out an acronym. Must be some weird internet
Yeah.
slang.
Yeah, what does that mean? What is that? I may ask about where y'all are so we can yap at you guys at the orchestra. Oh, of course, that's fine. I assume maybe perhaps even before the orchestra, we can all have a fun food time. You know what I mean? He's doing well though, at least. Yeah, yeah. Woohoo, Mr. Horse Dad. Okay, how to pin on mobile. Here, I can, pin. I can just click it, so. There we go. Mamma mia, Papa. No. No, you just have the... Fuck my woomy life, dude. My big fat woomy wedding. You like refund the ticket in case something happens? I'm not allowed
Did
to
you
go.
get my message?
I don't know. Hey, sell the Squeenix enjoyers around June. Did it on Pride Month, they knew. Concert turns into an unofficial reconnect 2.
Dialogue.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hi, Whitney.
Okay. Niku says that.
Hi, chat.
Yes.
Yes. There's at least 54 on my side.
Yeah.
Oh, man, just get a ticket. I still might go hang with everyone for your birthday. I know. It's your fucking birthday. Okay, let's see here. I'm figuring things out. Also, I might have to, I'm telling chat, I might have to leave to get dinner because my partner is going to be back from their trip soon and they wanted to get dinner at a place nearby. So I might have to hop out kind of early. But Tennille is going to keep streaming.
Yeah.
And then I might just be able to come back later, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm also quite tired, still. An 11-hour stream last night. Take all the rest you need. I know. I'm just trying to be like, yay, I like keeping up and having something I can, you know, I can have something I can post and everything. Bye, I guess. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. I was saying bye to guess. Oh, bye guess.
Oh.
Never mind. I see how that happened.
Bye, I guess.
Anyway, bye, I guess. Bye, guess.
Bye, guess.
That's funny.
We're getting there. Oh. Oh, I love the scarf and goggles.
He. I'm glad.
Hee hee hoo hoo.
I'll have to figure out what I want to do for Sora, but
Huh.
whatever. A plus design element. Okay. I love the Unchained key, dearly beloved. I know, this is one of my favorites. It's so sweet. Actually, let's this back a little bit. Instead, maybe it's like a popped collar look.
Ooh, popped collar.
Yep. Sword drooling in the corner. Ticket spot. Yahoo!
Nice.
Cute ass fic of Sora crashing his stupid gummy ship because he wants to see the repair boy Riku.
Okay, why?
What?
I keep getting chain of memories. Dun 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 dun. It's come up 3 or 4 times now.
God damn. Time to reshuffle.
Yeah.
The fucking dream drop little swirlies driving me crazy. In the forest memory, dearly beloved. The one that was supposed to be Kingdom Hearts 3 and then they changed it. Interesting. Weird. Interesting. So strange. So interesting, even. So weird. Hi, Shannon.
Howdy, Shannon.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. What's your idea for today, Niku? So today's supposed to be like, oh, Oathkeeper or like Canon Divergence or like AU, and I was hearing some Gummy Ship music, and I was like, oh man, Gummy Ship pilots, that's cute. But also, I love Star Fox, so I was like thinking about it. Ooh, the tumbling. Don't mind if I do. Now the tumbling. That's a great fucking song. I was thinking, like, I think this is an Ishimoto track and it sounds like one, and like a good one. Take my 1 penny. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, how much is that after taxes? Okay, penny. And 1 penny for Tennille. Aw.
Wow, thanks.
Da, 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 da. Oh my god. Oh, all of the tired is catching up with me. I felt like okay when I woke up, and I was like, I wish I got a little more sleep. Because you guys, you have to understand, I did not go to sleep until 2 hours after I got off stream last night. I wasn't doing anything. I was just in bed, not falling asleep, because like if I don't stop stream a fair amount before I go to bed, I feel like I'm still really like going, and it's hard to kind of come down and fall asleep. So like I pretty much immediately after stream, I went upstairs, got ready for bed, got in bed, and then proceeded to fall asleep at probably almost 6 in the morning.
Yep.
So that's just I was trying. I was being such a good little boy, and I was in bed and everything. Had I stopped maybe like a couple hours earlier, though, I probably would have been like, okay. But I was very just like, the brain was just not shutting off, you know what I mean? Who is that up there behind you? Tennille?
Oh, Striker.
Nice. You can't see it in your webcam
Nah.
in my stream, but I happen to see it out of the corner of my eye with like
They can't see it in mine either, because I have it cut off right here.
There he goes.
Corn! What's up? You want to say hi? Oh, it's a corn!
God, it's corn!
Oh my god, he's corn! Ooh.
Corn who screams at me.
Yeah, it's corn who cries. Oh,
It's corn with
crying
so many
corn.
roses.
Oh, Mom coming downstairs. Oh, there he goes. Corn. Are you gonna steam those baby boys?
Yeah.
Good.
Steam 'em.
The baby boys have a little bit of a cold, so their eyes are a bit crusty. Yeah, so they're gonna go into the bathroom and the hot water's gonna get turned on.
I see. Getting the steam treatment.
Getting the steam
I get it.
treatment.
Nice. It's a corn dog. A corn cob with so many problem kernels.
Yeah.
Oh, corn. So silly. Your best friend when he finally calms down.
When he finally calms down, he's like...
Uh-huh. Oh my god. He jumps into my lap and then screams at me like I stabbed him.
Yeah.
Love that.
Stupid.
I miss sleeping over there and feeling little cat feet walk across my back.
Aww.
Me trying to go to sleep and my hands just being like attacked for pets all night.
Hey. You doing anything? Can you pet me?
Yeah, hey, are you using those? Oh, thank God. Can you just hold it there for me? I'm just lying there like... And it's just... Checking a baby cat, still a toasted lump. He's just a lump back there.
He's still just toast.
Yep. A little piece of bread. I get 1 penny and baby cat gets 20.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna throw change at his head. Yeah, he's a seep. Dude, he's a seep back there.
Gotta tell that baby cat he needs to start dancing. Dancing for the money.
I know.
Baby cat, you got a family to feed.
I know, baby cat, please, Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. Whew.
Maybe we'll end up
Disgusting.
ending stream early today.
Maybe.
That way
I mean,
we
if
can
that's-
both wake up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed for tomorrow.
Yeah, and like maybe I can like work on something a little bit off stream just to be like, ah, cool. I'm, I could post a little something, but
Yeah.
my partner is coming back after like a trip, and so I know I'm gonna be hearing it all, and they also miss me, I guess. So
Whatever.
Whatever. Baby cat doesn't walk sweetly across my back. He scratches at my door at 8 a.m. and calls me a loser. And it's only
Bully.
It's specifically Canary because like he knows Canary will get up. He's long since like given up on like
You were Jess.
waking either me or
Yeah.
like either of us because like we sleep so soundly on this bed, and also like it just doesn't like work. Like he just knows it's just quicker. He'll just bother Canary, and Canary will wake up and then go, "What is it, baby?" and then goes and does whatever he needs.
You have to ignore
I don't
his
wanna be
ass,
like-
Canary.
Yeah.
The only way
He
cats
is
learn.
persistent, that's for sure. But and usually it's so silly because it's like he gets fed. Like he gets really insistent when he's about to be fed, and it's like, yeah, wait like 10 more minutes and you will have your food.
No,
Buddy, it's coming, like it always has been for your entire fucking life.
absolutely not.
You'd
This
think
will not
11 years would
stand.
let it sink in, but I just don't think it's happening, you know?
Will not stand.
Cats will immediately identify the guy with the softest touch in the room.
Peridot
Not a
used to
good
keep
internal
Whitney
thought about
awake
it.
all night.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Whitney, you have to ignore her. And they're like, I can't do it. And I'm like, you have to
You have to
ignore
learn.
her. She's fine. And what do you know? After a couple of weeks of ignoring her, she stopped.
Wow.
But you gotta,
You really gotta just like hunker down and just push through it, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, what was funny is that like he would bother not me, but like would bother DCS about it, right?
Yeah.
Like because they have no patience for it. Like it's something where it's just like, oh stop, I'm trying to work, you know? And so he would bother them and then look at me. And like wait, because like they would just be like, go take care of it. And I'd be like, oh my god, okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it was always, yeah, I know. Also, our door is open, and he'll go and just scratch on Canary's door, which is closed. Like I said, he gave up trying to like wake us up because he knows you are easier.
Yeah.
Even with your door shut, you are easier. Almost because your door is shut, he can just like scratch
Bother.
at it. Yep. You're an easy mark. You're an easy mark. Sorry, Canary. You're a fucking doormat is what you are.
Poor
I
Canary.
just want to be nice. This is my door closed because I'm not a psycho. Our door is open specifically for Baby Cat. Though, to be fair, I am a psycho, and before I would leave my door open when I slept. Mostly because I get hot and I need the airflow desperately. Like, when I was living in an apartment that had one centralized air conditioning, I was also on the 3rd floor, and the air conditioning was in the living room. We had to have a series of, like, we had to have the air conditioning on and then fans down the hallway to try and pump it into the rooms back there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just got used to sleeping with my door open.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
what about
mean-
the killer? I'll fucking kill him. I don't... The killer. It's not, I'm the killer.
A door being open or closed for me doesn't really matter. I've had both situations where, like, either I didn't have a door or, you know, similar to you, it's
Right.
like, well, I have a door, but I want it open or at least partly open because otherwise it's going to get cold. Or vice versa, I want it closed because
Yeah,
otherwise I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah.
let cold air out.
Yep. It's all kind of situational at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like it's something where from like I am in somebody else's no. I was gonna be like, I'm in somebody else's house. I'm like, no, that doesn't actually matter. Like I'm trying to think of like guest rooms I've slept in, and usually the door's still left open. Not like it depends on like the layout sometimes too. Because if it's like I'm looking straight into somebody else's room, I'm like, I'll probably like leave the door ajar a bit, but like cover it a little bit, you know.
Uh-huh.
But that's if like it's a weird room setup. But otherwise, I'm like, no, the door is remaining at least a little open. So it's something where it's like, no, it's not open, so you can just walk right in. Yes, somebody is in here, at least, I guess, you know, but otherwise it's like I am too hot. I cannot be in a closed little box. I will
Need the
die.
air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. Even when I sleep down here occasionally, which is like the office, so I'm on the first floor and the people come in and out, like it literally the entryway is right there.
Mm-hmm.
The doors are still left a little ajar. So like sometimes I'll if I'm asleep down here and it's just like somebody has to leave and it's just like out there and I'm like, and I just keep sleeping. Literally here ready for the killer. I'm gonna kill him first. They're just some guy, and so am I. Slept with my door closed for a long time when I finally had my own door, but nowadays it's open. My poor dad is a bit anemic from the surgery, so he can't tolerate any lower temp. And I've been having to put the heat on at night, and it's killing me. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I sleep with my door closed when I was younger. It was not possible. Was it just like having like light or something? Sometimes it's like I'm a child and I'm scared of strict mom. Oh, that's what the fuck? That's weirder. You know what I mean? I know I'm not saying that for you. I'm just like it's strange when parents are that way. Where it's just like what do you think your child is? Who cares? You know what I mean? It's something
It's the middle of the night.
I know. I'm just trying to go to sleep. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's so like paranoid behavior.
Mm-hmm.
My door is fully removed. That's so ridiculous to me. Some people do that. Yeah, they'll just remove the door as like punishment sometimes.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, you lose the privilege of having privacy, which is, in my opinion, a dumb and fucked up thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get into stuff. I'm a night walker.
Yeah, when I didn't have a door, it was because, like, the whole basement was mine. Though, like,
Right.
the only door down in the
basically living in
basement
a
was, like,
flat,
the
you know what I
basement
mean?
door. Right.
Yeah.
The rooms down in the basement just didn't have doors.
No excuse. It is absolutely abuse. My stepdad was similar, but I definitely rebelled against it. Yeah, I probably would have, like, if it had happened to me, which thankfully it didn't, I would not have taken it, lying down, let's say. Which is going to be like, yeah, I'd be so cool and brave about it. I was just, like, very, ready to go against my parents' wishes, especially when they were being, frankly, as I would think, weird. I'm like, that's a weird thing to do.
Why are you being weird?
Why are you being weird? I remember when my dad suddenly got really paranoid and he was just like, let me read your, like, instant messenger, like, chat. And I remember, like, being surprised, and I was like, I didn't like it, and I was just like, why? You know? And thing is, it was nothing. It was like benign, like, middle school fucking conversations, you know what I mean? It was like, and I understand, like, the fear of, like, what if they're doing something, like, you know, you're having these full-on fucking conversations that I can't hear or monitor or whatever, right? And I'm like, sure, I guess, but I've said it before, and my parents have said it, that they were really lucky I was a really good kid. I've genuinely never given them any kind of trouble, and so it was one of those things where it was like, well, I have to be a dad, and I have to go in, and I have to make sure you're not doing anything bad, are you? Are you doing something bad? You know? And I
Okay.
remember just being, and I was just like, what are you, why are you doing this? And it was really, it felt bad. It felt like a huge invasion of privacy, which it was more like, you don't trust me at all. You
Right.
don't believe anything I'm saying. And he was like, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, you don't have anything to be worried about. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think you get the point of why this feels bad, but okay.
Uh-huh.
And then he was looking through my conversation and eventually just I got bored of it, I guess, because it was like nothing.
Uh-huh.
And so that shit sucks. It's a shitty thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask your child to be like, hey, what are you talking about? Is there anything, you know, you want to talk to me about? Is there anything strange? And like, you know, at least opening that door is a lot better than forcing your way in.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, I'm sure it was a very exciting whatever the fuck we were talking about. Obviously, having your own room is a privilege, but parents being invasive about privacy is fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that cell phones did something to parents' brains. I think so. He's bad at remembering names, so he doesn't remember. He doesn't know Tennille. Ah, I see. Your warrior cat's friend.
Oh. No,
He was accessing my texts through a service provider we had. Christ.
My parents never asked to see anything that I did online, which, I mean, they shouldn't have worried about it anyway. Because,
Right,
like you, I was also just, like, very well behaved and had no real
Yeah.
inclination to step out of line.
Yeah, it's something where it's like, I don't know what you're gonna get out of it, I guess. But
Yeah.
But I can start making problems if you want. Is that what you're looking for? I can do it if you keep this shit up.
Yeah. The one time I did have a situation like that was one time my friends and I were hanging out together, and you know,
Yeah.
my parents knew where we were. It wasn't a problem of like, where was I? But it had
Yeah.
gotten really late, and we had just been talking all night, and we stayed up until like 4 a.m. because we were all like 17, 18 at that point.
Yeah, okay.
And we had
Pretty
stayed
normal.
up till 4 a.m. just chit-chatting, and then, you know, we looked at the clock and we're like, oh shit, it's really late. And one of my friends needed a ride home because he didn't have a vehicle. And then the other friend was like, I could drive home, but it's really foggy and I don't feel comfortable driving. And I was like, well, I can drive you because
Yeah.
my parents are both professional drivers and I've been driving for longer than it's been legal.
Right, yeah. Whoop.
Like
Living
you
on
know,
a
and I'm
farm does
not,
that as well.
I'm a night owl, so I'm not really tired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about falling asleep or anything. So I'll drive you guys home. So I drove them home, and then by the time I got home, I was like, all right, well, you know, now it's really late. I gotta go get some sleep. I walk in, my mom is awake, and she is furious. And she gets on my ass and is like, where have you been? What's going on? Why didn't you call? And I'm like, well, you know, I didn't call because it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, didn't really think to.
We've never established any kind of curfew. Like, there is no rule that I had to be home. You've always treated me like a responsible adult. And the reason I was home even later is because I was trying to be the responsible one and make sure that my other friends got home fine.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting in huge trouble for that. And it was one of those, like, moments where I was like, how dare you? I am a responsible person. Why are you getting so angry?
Yep. Yeah. Like, dude, have I not done everything you've ever asked? Like, you can't afford me this tiny bit of trust.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're worried and being like, I was worried I didn't know you or where you were, sure, that's one thing. But
that's one
like,
thing.
Excuse me, you did all of this wrong. And you're like, what?
What?
Can I just be afforded just a little bit of grace, please?
No.
I want to do the right thing mostly and trust me to tell her about my life if I needed her. I would come to her. I mean, I was an obedient child and wanted to be good, so she didn't have anything to worry about. But I think being open and approachable to your child is the best thing you can do. I think so. I agree. I did not respect my privacy, whereas my mother didn't necessarily either, but she didn't care enough to actually monitor stuff. Hi, baby. We need to treat children like people. Yes. Also, if your mom was furious, shouldn't she have called you? I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
The only time I kind of got in trouble was on my phones. My sister saw that I was reading BL on my phone. She didn't tell my parents, but she told me to stop reading that stuff. Ah.
Womp womp.
Still get really defensive and paranoid about people looking at my phone because of the lack of privacy as a kid. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I get really upset if people want to know where I'm at all times. Like those people that have like the Find Your Friend apps or whatever
Oh, yeah.
on the phones. I'm not chill about that. I'm like, you don't fucking... It's like, I'm not going anywhere I'm not supposed to, but also you don't need to fucking know where I am.
Yeah.
And I think it mostly stems back to that one situation.
Yeah, we're just like, this is a little ridiculous, okay? This is fine. I'm fine. We're fine. It's good.
Yeah, everyone just calm down. You have other ways of contacting me. You don't need to be just, like, stalking me.
I feel like there's something I was gonna say. I don't remember. Well,
Yeah, see, and I've heard the... Like I said, I'm not chill about this. I've heard the excuse of, you know, oh, well, parents only want it, or so-and-so only wants it in case of an emergency. Tough shit.
Mhm.
You don't get to know where I am. If it's an emergency, you'll find out a different way. Either a cop will call you, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to call you, like... Also, 99 times out of 100, it's not going to be an emergency.
Yep. It's really too, like, I think it's something that's like so prevalent, like, over here. Like, yes, I can understand the idea that if somebody went fucking missing or something, and then you could be able to see on your phone at least where their phone is, I'm sure would help. But here's the thing, that does not actually happen all that often.
No, it never happens until it's way too late.
Yep.
I don't know, there's a lot of things about, like, stranger danger and, human trafficking and, like, a lot of that, like, scare stuff that was done in the 80s and 90s that's just been proven total bunk.
Yeah. It doesn't change that people have, like... Well, like, I've watched, like, quite a few things that talk about how, like, different things have gotten with, like, how far can, like, a child go these days?
Right.
And, like, there is something to be said about, like, you know, as things get progressively, like, even more and more, like, the infrastructure for cars exists, and it's nothing but, like, neighborhoods and long, big streets that are, you know, like, not reasonable to navigate for a small child, even on a bike. Like, you're like, where are you gonna go? The gas station, you know? But, like, there's also just so much more of, like, a paranoia about it that, like, increases with, like, each generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember, I lived right next to my elementary school. I literally lived, like, up, like, my school was nestled right next to a hill. And at the top of that hill, down into the neighborhood was my house. This
Yeah.
was not far whatsoever. And I wanted to walk home. I wanted that independence. I wanted to try. And I'm like second grade, right? I'm little. I'm like 7 or some shit, right? And
Yeah.
I begged. I was like, please, Dad, can I walk home? And he finally was like, okay, you can walk home, but you have to come straight home. Okay, you have to come straight home. You can't dilly-dally. You can't talk to your friends or whatever. You have to come straight home after school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can do that. And I remember like some kid tried to talk to me a little bit on my way out, like when I got to walk home and everything.
And
I
you're
was
like,
I can't,
no.
I have to go. Yeah, I was like, no, I have to go. My dad's waiting for me. And they're like, oh, okay. And it wasn't even like anything really.
Yeah.
I went straight home. I did exactly as he said. I didn't stop. I didn't do it. I just walked up the hill and then I walked, down into the neighborhood and down to my house, which was like, it was more into the neighborhood, but like it was very doable. And I had a nice walk and I got home and my dad yelled at me for being late. And he said I couldn't walk home anymore because I didn't do as he said. And I was just like, I don't know how to do this I went straight home. I was trying to be like, I did go straight home.
Uh-huh.
I even told the kid I couldn't talk to him because I had to go straight home. And it was basically just, I got home and he was just like pissed waiting for me. And I didn't do anything else. I didn't stop anywhere. I was just like, did you maybe severely underestimate the time it took for a 7-year-old to walk up that whole hill and through the neighborhood?
Uh-huh.
Like how long? It must have been like, I don't know what he expected. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't, and it was just like, you can't walk home anymore. You didn't do as I said. You're late. And he was like so mad at me. And I was just like, I guess there's no winning. I don't know what else to do. Like,
Tiny Tennille would have been filled with rage at the injustice.
I mean, I was really mad, but like, it was one of those things where it was just like, what I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do anything. He wouldn't listen to a thing I said. He didn't believe anything I said,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, or it was just like, nope, I have decided I am the dad. You didn't do as I say. And because I'm the dad, you're going to be punished for it because I finally got to walk home. And
Yeah.
I guess I took too long, apparently. So
My parents didn't start doing that stuff until I was a teenager, really. It was like, once I became a teenager, they just expected me to be like hiding something. It's like, I must be hiding that I'm doing something wrong. And it's like, no. Why would I do that? Why would you think
like,
I would do that?
I know. Do we not know me or like trust me or like,
Yeah.
Just because you have this idea of like what bad teenagers do when they're teenagers or something, and then I am a teenager, I guess, and so I don't know. I feel like sometimes parents, because this is definitely things that happened to my dad, where it was like, I realized suddenly like maybe I've been too comfortable. You know what I mean? Maybe I've trusted them a little too much. Maybe actually, wait, I forgot they're like a teenager and, I was shitty when I was a teenager. So like,
so they must be too.
And I'm just like, Dad, I just want to play my GameCube.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, please, I'm playing Star Fox Adventures. I'm not doing anything. Dude, I grew up in the country and would walk home through the woods and my parents were just fine with it. Yeah, I fucking wish, man. Jesus Christ. Because, like, my dad grew up in a small town. And, like, I know he had, like, way more freedoms to do stuff than I did, right? But, like, I could not walk home from school, I guess, even though it was, like, it was right there. It was genuinely right there. Now the school doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter, I guess. But it was truly, the thing is, the hill it wasn't like it's a tiny hill. I say a hill, it's a large hill. It took a little time to get up,
Yeah.
And I'm a 7-year-old with small legs, so like I'm sure it just took longer than whatever estimated time my dad had in his head and he didn't think to tell me. I don't know.
Right.
So, who the fuck knows? Would have been nice. I think it's important because like when it's like treat children like people, I feel so strongly about that.
Yes.
Because that's the thing is like, so often parents want to treat, like, when you're a child, like, whether they realize they're doing it or not, when you are a child, you are just kind of property. You're just kind of like the thing I have to take care of. You are my child. And then once you're an adult, now you're just like kind of an autonomous person that has to suddenly be responsible for all this. And like somehow these ideas are like kind of divorced. Sometimes people don't let go of that, right? That you're like, well, you're still my child. You're like, I am an adult, sorry. But like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of this like divorce of this idea of like whatever you're doing to your children, like as if that's not the same person when they get older, you know? And you're
Right.
like, yeah, I was there for that. I remember.
I
when you did that
remember.
shitty thing. That wasn't like a free action because the kid's probably gonna forget. Like for you, it was just some day of the week. For me, it was a formative memory. You know what I mean? And guess what? I still remember it. You did that to a person, you know,
Yeah.
not just something, not a child or some object. Like me, that was me in there, and I'm still here.
I'm still here. I remember that shit.
I was there for it. And then Deep Jungle comes on. It's not my favorite. I say that as I'm like, it's not my favorite fucking song, but it's fine. Completely underestimate their ability to make you hate them forever. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. No, it's like that was another thing that was so wild. I've like
yeah.
I was raised to be a miniature adult from like day one.
Yeah.
And for my family, you know, so then suddenly it's like, oh, we're furious because, you know, you did the responsible thing after you realized it was really late. And it's like, well, what? I'm sorry. Did I not get the memo that
yeah, I
that you're treating me like a child? I didn't realize that was the relationship we had.
Yeah, hold on. When did this change? Suddenly, like, conveniently for you to get mad at me.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, you know, you talk about walking home from school that was black. I'd been trusted to bike to and from school. And that's a 30-minute drive away. A 30-minute drive!
Dude, I couldn't do like a 15, 20-minute walk, I guess. Maybe even less, I don't know.
And I would bike to and from school by myself. Just because it was out in the country and I was bored.
Yeah. I was fucking bored.
Wanted to see if I could do it.
Kids are also very impressionable, so, like, they're more sensitive to any kind of stress or trauma, no matter how small. Well, because it's like, it's their first fucking time. They're new on the planet. This is the first time they're experiencing this. Crazy, the same people who grew up with all the freedom of being able to wander before loitering laws, cell phones, etc., are the same parents who lose their shit about their kid being even a little independent. Yeah, it's.
I heard a really good explanation
as a cultural shift. What?
I've heard some good explanations for it, and it's basically like during the like late 80s or late 70s, early 80s, people finally realized that like child abuse was a thing and it was happening. Right. It wasn't just like, oh, well, kids are kids until they're adults and then they're just adults and whatever, they'll be fine. Childhood doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like the culture suddenly had a very real understanding that, oh, child abuse is a thing and it does affect adults. And so in trying to fix it, like a lot of people overcorrected and were like, well, now that we know that this is a thing, we have to make sure that like we make up for what happened in the past. And, like, we can't do that. We can only
Yeah.
move forward and try and be better at doing better in the future. And then, of course, there was just a whole lot of, like, scare around the satanic panic and
Oh, yeah.
child trafficking and stranger danger, and
Right.
a lot of that stuff was blown out of proportion because
Big
once
time.
we realized that child abuse was a thing, we also wanted to find somewhere to blame it on people. And a lot of people don't want to look inward at their own family and family dynamics, where a lot of that harm usually comes from.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to say, oh, it's this complete stranger I don't know who's actually doing all this horrible stuff.
Is this song stream safe? Well, we were talking over it, so hopefully. It's like Halloween Town came up in the middle
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
and I had a pause being like not the full song. It's in one of the concert medleys. So it's like
Ah,
a small time, and I was like, should I change this? And I was like, I don't feel like doing that right now. So we're gonna find out. If anything, it's a really small part, and sometimes you can just get that part like scrubbed a little bit.
mm-hmm.
But anyway. So if you're afraid of your kid getting hurt, just fucking go with them and spend time with them.
Oh, but nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, yuck. Having the freedom to walk to and from school by yourself was so vital. I remember all the free time I had. Well, here's the thing. This is like in my case, my particularly my dad, my mom less so, but like my dad was very, very much more this way and much more like scared I was doing something bad. And then there came a point in high school for me where things got way worse home life wise, right? And it came to a point where like basically I just wasn't seeing either of my parents because I had to just take care of myself. And so it was so like when I was younger, it was so much easier, I guess, I think, to be like, no, you have to do what I say. I'm the parent and you're the child. And then the second it was like, I was even kind of old enough, and then they were like, everybody was having problems. They're like, well, get fucked, I guess. I am not joking when I say that
Time to be an adult.
I had, with pals, driven to an entire other state without my dad even knowing. And when he found out, he did not care. And it was just so like,
Wow.
this is so stupid. Like, it was just, wait, what the fuck? Hey, my music. Video, play it.
YouTube.
YouTube, play. But it was like, it was such a shift that was so like, what was the fucking point? You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of all of that when you don't even give a rat's ass where I'm at this point? And this was still like, you know, I was still like living, I use in air quotes, like with my dad, right? Like this was
Right.
this is like a small summer excursion, and we drove across the straight lines to like Oregon, and I just remember being like, I don't even care to tell him because it doesn't matter. Because it's not like I can even remember like, yeah, he just would kind of disappear or whatever, and I was like, well, okay, I'm doing my own thing because it's not like you give rat's ass. And then later it was just like, where are you? And I was like, Oregon, and he was just like, okay. and I was like, wow, okay. Not that I'm like, wow, I really want you to be like so fucking like, you know, of course as a child I'm like, I'd love if my parents like gave a shit a little bit, but like, you know, I'm not looking for you to be like way overly paranoid about where I am. I would rather you didn't. That part sucks too, but like it was just so like, I think when otherwise like he was so fucking paranoid about stuff,
Yeah.
it felt especially like
Whiplash.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just something where it was like it felt so stupid. It was just like, what did you even care about at the time? I feel like that was more of a power trip than actually giving a shit about whatever was happening to me, you know.
More about
That's
you
certainly
and
how
your
it goes
feelings
across.
rather than
than me. Because if you gave a shit about how I felt about it, you probably wouldn't have done it in the first place. But
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now I'm here where I'm like, you've basically stopped fucking, like, caring for me as a parent at this point. And so it was just like, well, alright.
Alright.
Nice,
Yeah,
I can just write off the parenting general across the board then. Sounds good.
I feel ya.
Yep. It's awful. They just stopped caring at one point. Yeah. And then it's something too where it's like later it's like, we've grown distant. And I'm like, why do you fucking think, man?
Why do you think?
Whose fault is that? Now, who did that, I wonder?
Yeah.
Okay, this sign won't stop me because I can't read. Or no, that's a who is this sign for?
Yeah.
Garfield. Once again, I was lucky because my mom is chill and didn't want to abuse me and thus limited the amount of slaps during spankings to 5. Yippee!
Wow.
Dude, I got spanked hard one time because a small child, again, this was my dad, a small child, like, he had some lady over for dinner or something, and I don't know, I don't remember much about her, I just remember, like, in the most, like, child not meaning anything by it way, I asked when she was leaving, because not like I was asking her to leave, I was just like, when are you leaving? You know? And I remember her just kind of laughing, and my dad, I think, because more than once had this happen, where it was like, I need to take this moment to show that I'm a strong man who is a strong father, and so I have to punish you. And so he told me to go to my room, and he was all mad at me, and I was like really confused. You know, I'm a child. I was like, I don't know what I did wrong. You know.
Yeah.
And then he spanked me in my bedroom for asking when she was gonna leave.
Wow.
So that was fun. Yeah. Really, really good. You really stuck it to me. I was probably like 6. You showed that child by hitting them several times.
Wow.
You know? Woo! Christ. It's not even like he was like a guy who really like spanked. I don't, that's like I maybe got spanked like twice that I can remember, you know? And like, I remember that one, and I'm like, I know there was some other time, because that wasn't the first time, but I don't remember the other time, and like, that's all I have. And so I'm like, this wasn't like a regular occurrence. I guess he just felt like he had to show off for a lady, which is worse.
Yeah.
It's just like, watch this. I hit my kid. Do you like that? I don't remember her ever coming back, so I think
so probably not, you know?
Her. Yeah.
Ay. No, I mean, I was absolutely spanked, and I wasn't spanked very often because I was very good at being ignored.
Uh-huh.
But it definitely happened probably more times than I can count.
Yeah. Great.
And I know that my parents were definitely the kind to spank, like, a baby that doesn't even know, like, what they're doing.
Right, yeah.
As well. And they're like, well, it's not spanking, you're just swatting them. And it's like, you're swatting them hard enough that they realize that you're hitting them. So, like...
Yeah, swatting them hard enough to hurt.
Yeah.
Should that not be enough? I think that's considered a spank.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think that's considered hitting them, you guys. Hitting is so cruel, man. My mom was laughing about how parents don't hit their kids, and that's what's gonna be wrong with this gen or whatever.
No.
Great, cool.
Not even close.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sure this is kind of a bummer conversation.
Whatever. I need to bitch about parents sometimes.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's a way for them to take out their anger on a defenseless child. I think it's more often rationalized with the like, yes, this is like they know better. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm gonna show them because they know better. This is what happens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Versus like some conscious idea of like, and I want to hit them. You know what I mean? It's of course like people like most people who are anybody who is abusive typically don't do it for the sake of being abusive as much
Mm-hmm.
as they're like thinking of it some other way, which like rationalizes the behavior, you know? Not that you don't know that or anything,
Yeah.
but it's just like at the end of the day, what it boils down to is they're frustrated with a child, and this will, you know,
This will
make them
teach them.
think twice.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that in particular conservative areas, there is
Yeah.
definitely the idea thrown around that if you, like, the old saying goes, spare the rod, spoil the child. You know? Like,
Yeah.
if you're not abusing your kids, you're spoiling them. They're gonna be soft. They won't make it in this world. And so you
Yeah.
have to, like, rationalize it away like that.
You have to be hard on them or they're going to go out there unprepared for the world.
Yeah. It's actually spanking is actually kindness.
Yeah. It's that idea of like, you're going to thank me when you're older, you know?
Yeah. Guess what? I'm older and I'm not saying thank you.
Yeah, guess what? I hate you.
Won't come out of my lips.
Guess what? You'll die alone and I won't care. Yay!
Woohoo! I didn't choose this life. You did.
Yep. Uh-oh, your actions have consequences. Whoopsie.
Whoopsies.
Pop my fucking toes. Big time.
Oh, hell yeah. And I'm sure quite a few of us here, not to presume anything of chat, but we all tend to run in the same circles.
Yep.
But, like, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about, like, the estranged parent situation, I guess.
Oh, I remember you bringing this up.
Of,
About
like, there's actually been studies done where people are looking at, like, estranged parent forums and stuff, and they always are able to note that when it comes to estranged children often have, like, a lot that they will say about, like, the situation, what happened, why they went no contact, blah, 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 blah. But then when it comes to estranged parents, there's always the things they don't say. Like, there's always, oh, my child is awful and they said this. And you're like, okay, but why would your child say that? Oh, Niku, open the garage door, it's raining. Your lover is home.
Thank you for the 10 cents.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen that's a very interesting just post, study, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's important for people not to feel alone.
Mm-hmm. I hear them getting closer.
Getting closer.
Yeah, everyone was yelling at me, but I was trying. I was being good. Yeah, I thought I heard a door close, and I peeked, and I was like, huh, I must have just heard like the car door.
Ugh, I'm sorry, Gabby. That sucks. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, the only real way to like break the cycle is to literally separate yourself
No.
From-
I didn't talk about it on stream while you were there.
other people,
Chili while I was gone, you've lost your chance. There is no more chili in the
especially if they refuse to
Yeah, no.
grow and change.
That's fine. I don't care.
No chili.
We have a hamburger. I understand. It's fine. Anyway.
Hi, DCS. Welcome home.
Tennille says hi and welcome home. They said thank you. And then asked if I was ready, so I have to go. I know. The hell is that thing? The hell is that thing? Why are you taking your shoes off? Okay. Are you going to continue, Tennille?
I'll probably.
Even if just like for a little bit, I guess.
I don't know. It's getting close to 8. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stop here.
Okay. Then we can both just
We'll just end it.
It's for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get going to stuff tomorrow.
Only a red pulsating mass.
The funniest shit people ever saw.
This is the best shit I've ever saw. Oh
Snoopy
shit.
shirt.
Why is it? He's got no body.
What?
There
Thanks.
you go.
It's not a gummy ears hat. That's a capybara hat, but we have gummy ears for that.
We do have gummy ears. It's true. Ta-da!
Oh,
For my show.
those are
Custom
cute.
made.
This
I know.
is sponsored by.
Gummy and the doctor. It's just not sitting on my head.
My head is too small for these,
Uh-huh.
and so they fell off my head constantly at the convention.
That's better.
Is this something new you're gonna be selling, or is it like a fan made it for you?
It was commissioned, right? Yes, it was commissioned.
Oh, cute.
And then, yeah, there are 2 of them, but you're gonna get, like, more, right?
Yeah, depending on like sort of how the person is feeling and everything, but it'll probably be like 10.
Right, like a small batch.
These
order.
are handmade, yeah.
Yes,
not, like,
it is
the-
handmade and it looks fantastic. And
Nice.
It's all cushy and squishy. It's like thick, you know?
The theme of the headband is my fucking character. From
Yes.
my sexy show.
Sexy,
I
sexy
just came
show.
back from Chicago selling. I was at Midwest Fur Fest.
Yep.
And they were crazy.
We were
Nice.
crazy out there. It was snowy.
It was well. At first it was
Uh-huh.
it was good snow, and I asked people, I was like, "Oh, snow's so great," and they're like, "No, it's not. This is rare. Just wait." And they were right. It became shit snow like instantly.
Was it in the Rosemont
You
Center?
know, the shit slush snow.
Was it in the Rosemont Center?
It was. It was in the Daniel something piece of fuck ass. But it's the town of Rosemont. Yes.
Yeah.
The Rosemont Center. It's named after a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been there. I've sold there at cons.
Ah, Tennille has sold there at cons.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they had a much bigger room this time, and I never break even, so I didn't this time either. Don't tell anybody, guys.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Don't tell the, like, 50 people watching us right now.
Guys, I do it for the love of the game. There are fans there who like are about to cry and they want to hug me because the show means so much to them. And I don't know how much longer I have for that because my job is in trouble from the government. So
Yeah.
I'm doing it while I can. It's really important to me. So anyway, all of you should sub to my Twitch. Actually, you know, if you just sub
Wait,
to
hold on.
Niku's, it's actually
I
just
think
as
I can.
good.
That also is just as good, but watch it. Let's see here. I think I can.
You can Chenpog for the people.
Let's see.
Oh, Rockin'
Wait,
Kitty,
is that a
yeah,
bot
the
action?
skywalk to the Hyatt. Ay,
The skywalk to the Hyatt.
You're right.
I was
Pain
gonna
in
do a
the
shout
ass
out, but I
every
think that's a
time.
bot action and not a wait, maybe it is. Wait. Shout out.
Faster. Is it supposed to be in parentheses at all?
I don't
Brackets?
think so. Do I put an at? Go. Maybe that'll. There we go. Yahoo! Yippee! There you go.
Alright, wrap it up.
Okay. All right. I have to go because we have to go get food.
Yep, that's gonna be end of
So-
stream, guys. I'll probably work on animation for a little longer, but then I'll post my work in progress again.
Yes. Yes. I look forward to seeing it. Okay, everyone. It was swell, even if it was short. But yesterday was 11 hours, so you can have a 3-hour stream. Okay.
We'll be back
Okay.
tomorrow.
Huh?
What?
No. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. It was fun.
See ya.
Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye bye. What?
You're just like, no.
No, I don't. I'm tired.
Oh.
I did not sleep great, so.